We are in John chapter 13. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave the world and to go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him, and that was why he said not everyone was clean. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." Let's talk about this scripture, because Jesus really hit me with this one. Was home doing laundry and just thinking about how much it was to get through. It was quite a bit. And my husband keeps a basket on his side of the bed where he just tends to drop all his clothes. So the majority of his laundry winds up in there. Sometimes it winds up in other baskets. But anyway, on his days off, he didn't do his laundry. And then on top of that, we had like our combined laundry. Everything was just behind. And so I did it. I got the laundry done and I have it all sitting on the bed, and I was thinking to myself, selfishly, I was like, maybe I should just leave the laundry on the bed so he can see how much I did. Or maybe I should just leave the laundry on the bed, all folded, laid out. Maybe I should leave the laundry on the bed so he can help me when he gets home. Because he should have to do laundry too, right? So I'm being negative, and maybe some of y'all will think there's nothing wrong with that. Which I understand. Both partners in the relationship should be contributing to the house. I'm not saying that shouldn't be the case. But my husband is a good man. He is a good husband. He's a good father, and he does his part when he can, and that doesn't always look like how I want it to be, but he's his own person, right? So I'm having all these negative thoughts, and God just said to me, what if you just do it yourself? What if you just serve your husband and love him in this way, even if he doesn't notice? Because how many times has God stood in the gap for me, or blessed me, or protected me, and I don't even know? I have no clue. All the things that God has done behind the curtains, I have no idea about. He doesn't get a thank you or an acknowledgement most of the time. Not to say that I don't try to be in my word often and pray or to have a spirit of gratitude. But the truth is, like, I'm human, and I'm not always great at doing that. And so God's calling us, each and every one of his followers, to try and be more and more like him, which we're never going to be perfect in this life, but being like Jesus means serving others. Jesus knew that he was going to die for everyone. Everyone. Even those who don't accept him. He got up on that cross knowing that he would be rejected, that he was rejected by the world. And yet, at that dinner table, he didn't sit there and throw a fit and say, "Don't you know who I am? Don't you know how much I love you? Don't you know how much I do for you, have done for you, and am going to do for you?" He didn't point the finger at himself and say, "Look at me, you don't appreciate me." No. He essentially took off his own outer garment, so I'm assuming that means he was like the equivalent to being in his underwear? I don't know. Took off his outer garments, put a towel around his waist after everyone was already eating. It's not like they walked in and, "Oh, I guess I'll wash everyone's feet." They had already been eating. They were already at the table or wherever they consumed their meal. And he got up and did this and washed his disciples' feet. So who am I to complain about laundry? I mean, like, that's just so silly. And I thank God for bringing that to my attention, and I hope that this message blesses you in the way that it has blessed me. Keep God in your marriage. Love y'all.